Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Angel. Angel Mix Swagger. My surname's actually not Mix Swagger, but you guys are joining me on this journey to help articulate my thoughts, words, the whole shebang better in order to push original thought to the world. So today's conversation, I feel like I don't know, I think it's something that a lot of people do it, but like it's this thing where you mistake oversharing for a connection. I don't know if a lot of people do it. Like if you do it, please comment so that I know that I'm not alone. Just say I do it over here. Like I overshare. Let's talk about it in the comments. We can build a community around it. But yeah, anyways, we often mistake oversharing as a connection. What do I mean by this? So me, for example, myself, I am a tragic oversharer. So for example, when I meet someone new, I would start telling you, like, okay, for example, if you're just quiet, I'll say, okay, maybe I just have to like talk more. And my talk more is not like I'm asking questions. I'm just oversharing things about my life that I shouldn't be telling a stranger, someone I haven't even established like, oh, a connection yet. Like, I haven't even established that this is my friend yet. Like, I just start ranting and telling you, oh, this is what's going on in my life, what, thinking that's a way to make a connection with someone else. Like oversharing things that you shouldn't be telling just everyone and anyone. Things like, where you stay. Yeah, where you stay. Of course, when conversating, you start with like, oh yeah, this is where I stay and whatnot. But like okay, no, I guess that you can talk about it. But like things like the issues that you have with your parents, issues you have with your friends, issues you have with your partner. If you have a partner, if you don't have a partner, things like weaknesses, things that make you insecure, things that make you vulnerable, but the things that are vulnerable to you, topics that are very sensitive to you, right? Sometimes I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that does this, but I feel like maybe there's someone out there that does this, and maybe this can help you. Like, we need to stop thinking that oversharing is a way to form connections with people. Okay, sometimes you need to gatekeep. Like I was saying this in my Substack. Oh yeah, if you need, yeah, you should yeah, if you can follow my Substack, which is Angel Mix Swagger as well on Substack. Yeah, I posted a note on Substack, and I was like, sometimes I wish I had gatekeeps. It's like sometimes it's important for you to gatekeep yourself to people, not in a way like you don't want to express yourself. You don't, like, I feel like there's a way where self-expression, creativity can run wild and free, but also in a sense of gatekeeping yourself so that not the whole public can know about it. Doesn't need to know a lot of things about you. For example, we have very, very great people. Maya Angelou, Chimamanda. I love Chimamanda so much, and I think she's the perfect example for this. She's an African literature author, and she writes about these things, but she's so secretive and private about things that go on in her life too. And I was thinking about it, like, yeah, she's so secretive. Not like secretive, but then like she's so private about her life as well. Like she gatekeeps. She knows that, okay, as much as I'm a creative person, as much as I like to express myself through my books and just let my creativity run free and wild, it doesn't mean that people need to, my readers, my fans need to have a certain access to my life that they don't need. Okay? And I realized that from a young age, and this is something I've been doing from a young age until I'd say somewhere this year, because last year is when I got the epiphany that I need to stop doing this. And then yeah, it's because I don't know, it's like, and some of these people don't, even if you overshare to them and tell them all these things, they still won't go the extra mile to form a relationship. Like, if I feel like, friendships and connections, like connections with people, they should be formed in a natural way where you ask questions. It should be a back and forth flowing of conversation. But if you see that the other person on the other side is not doing the back and forth thing, like you can try the first time, second time, third time, and if you see that this is not working, like you just have to let it go. But for me, I would be so adamant. Like I would say, no, okay, if asking you questions wasn't gonna get you to crack, then I'm just going to talk. I'm not just going to talk. I'm going to say things that are like very personal to me. Like, oh, do you know that I'm afraid of this? Do you know this is one of my weaknesses? Did you know that this was just happening in my house right now? Like I just had this issue with this person. Did you know that this, and I had this issue with that person, this is and the third. Things that you shouldn't just be telling anybody in order to like, oh, maybe they will like me, maybe maybe they will relate to me in this way, maybe we'll form a connection. And it's like, there's a better way. There's other ways to form connection, I think, than oversharing. And I feel like if you're also struggling with oversharing in order to form connections with human beings, whether it's with your parents, you feel like you need to overshare in order to keep that, to avoid that you maybe have a mother-father wound, in order to keep that connection going. Whether it's with like in a relationship with someone, like in a talking stage, this is something I'm going to implement. I don't know, whenever I get into a talking stage next, which is probably, I'm estimating, oh my gosh, there's a plane passing. Anyways, I'm estimating that to be later on in life. I don't know if it's like way later. But anyways, oversharing, you see what I'm saying? Oversharing. But yeah, whenever I do get into my next talking stage, whenever that's gonna be, I won't just spill. That's what my friend is also telling me, that there's an importance in being a listener. There's an importance in just observing people, just looking and observing. There's an importance of just listening. Of course, I'm a good listener. I won't lie to that. I am a good listener. But yeah, sometimes it's important to do that, especially when you're just getting to know someone. It's important for you to be a listener more than you are a talker. Because yeah, the more you talk, some people are listening but for the wrong intent. You think you're just oversharing. Someone is using that as information to take you down. Someone is getting the information they needed in order to take you down, to one up you, to just destroy you. You don't know who's listening. You don't know who you're talking to, especially someone that's not a friend. You just started talking to the person. It's important for you guys to stop doing that. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been thinking about, and I was like, maybe someone out there may need to listen to this, that you're not alone in this oversharing bubble thing. But we have to stop one by one. We need to start keeping information about ourselves to ourselves. Not everyone needs to know everything about you. You just need to gatekeep yourself. Gatekeep yourself. It's important. Gatekeeping yourself. I started gatekeeping myself now, and I've seen that, wow, there's some people who I would overshare my problems to that didn't even care to listen. Like I'd be like, oh, this is going on in my life. Me, I'm thinking, oh, that's a way for us to bond, like to maybe sometimes it's not only when a connection is to be formed. Sometimes it's when a connection feels like it's dying, and you think you need to just talk about your problems, whatnot, this, that, and the third. No. If the connection is dying, let it die. I don't think a connection should thrive on you oversharing. Just you. Like, it could be better if both of you oversharing, like that type of relationship where there's no TMI and whatnot. But only you're oversharing and you just, no. Like, we need to stop. We need to find a better way of doing it. So that's my advice. Like, have one person or two people. One is enough, I think, but if you want to, that you can tell a lot. I wouldn't say everything. That's the thing. Not a human being shouldn't know every single thing about you, because the thing about us is, I feel like we're so complex that we don't even know ourselves the way we think we know ourselves. That's why I mean, like, God, at the end of the day, what I believe is God knows me more than I know myself. He's the only being that can like fully articulates me. So even I don't have a big picture of who I am, but the much that I know, I shouldn't just dump it on one person, like all of it. No, like someone should know things that's going on, like that one person that's reliable, so that when anything happens, you know, okay, you can ask this one, you kind of get an idea of what's going on. But oversharers, we need to start keeping quiet. We need to start shutting up. Some people don't deserve our effort. That's the truth. Some people don't deserve our effort. Some people may listen to us just for the wrong intent. You never know people's hearts. That sometimes I've overshared to someone and I'm like, yeah, now I'm screwed. And I was screwed. My thing, when that business that was so personal to me ended up being people's business, to the point that I just had to laugh at it as if it's not personal. Like, it's okay, it's not even a big issue. Like, that's why I told her. No, that was a big issue. That did hurt me. It did hurt me that I confided in you, but at the same time, it's like, why am I confiding in someone that I don't really know like that? I don't even know your birthday or where you stay, but I still decided to tell you something so personal in order to force something that's not happening. I feel like I'm just venting more than I'm advising. This is not really, this is advice to you who's listening and to myself. Like, we both need to find out. We can't keep up with this. Yeah. Like oversharing. Other people say like, oh, people used to tell me, oh no, I find it cute when you overshare. No, now I'm looking back and I'm like, you guys only found it cute because you guys at the upper foot. Like now when I look back, I'm like, you know more about me than I know more about you. Like there were few friendships and relationships I had with people. What I mean by relationships, I mean like friendships. I don't mean like relationships like with people. I mean like friendships or with my cousins and whatnot. All these types of relationships. My cousins, family, and friends in general. Or even with teachers, where it's like they knew more about me than I knew more about them. When I mean they knew a chunk load about me more than I knew about them. And maybe you can look at this as, oh, maybe it's because I just talk a lot. And that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as I'm an oversharer, I love to listen to people. But there's some people where they give you a hard time. Like, it's like they don't want to conversate with you, but you're trying to force this thing to work, even though you know deep down that this is not working. You think the alternative is sharing things that are valuable to yourself, details that shouldn't be known by everyone. So yeah, guys, all oversharers out there, I love you guys. I love you guys to the core. We're figuring it out day by day, step by step. We're doing this together. You can, like, comment, subscribe, please. I'll buy you guys cookies, like I said. Please subscribe. And I'm grateful. Bye, guys.